Okay, I'm recording. Sorry guys, I am so late. I was supposed to have my collaboration video done already, and I didn't get it done. Just as everything else. Busy, busy, busy. I look rough. It's been several days now of not much sleep at all. This time of year is extremely busy on top of everything else we have going on, so I apologize, I'm late. We'll have a couple videos today, my collaboration video for the pound cake collab, and mine is going to be gluten-free and vegan. And just because it's gluten-free and vegan doesn't mean it doesn't have to taste good. I have some Planet Oat. It's oat milk, and it's dairy-free. And I've shaken it up already, but I'm going to shake it up again. And I'm going to pull this off, and I'm going to put a little bit in this saucepan. And turn this on. I like this induction cooktop. It's awesome. All right, I am moving all over the place, and I need to get set up somehow where we can see more of the kitchen. Anyway, I got a little bit of the oat milk in the saucepan. Now, y'all know me, I do not measure, so I wing it as I go. We're going to do a chocolate gluten-free pound cake. So I'm just using this Trader Joe's cocoa powder. Oh, I forgot to turn that on. Well, it might help if I turned it on. So you turn it on and then you turn up the temperature. It's pretty cool. So I'm just doing it on low heat. I'm going to stir that up. I'm going to bring you with me so you can see what I'm doing. I guess it might be nice if I had some light here. Oh, yeah. Light would be good. Didn't realize. Most of the time I cook without light. In here, the kitchen's pretty bright. But I guess if you're videoing, it might help if you have light. Okay, so I'm whisking this up. I think it'd be better if the milk was hot. It would settle in. Or if I put the cocoa powder in first and then the milk. Mind you, we have a lot of damage to clean up. We got a lot of wind damage. The hurricane force winds that come through here ripped the door off the greenhouse and pulled all my stuff out and flung my seed trays to the wind. So it's not good. I let the neighbor know if I have stuff that blew over there, let me know. And they had said that they didn't get any damage at their place, but however they did at their lake place. I guess Stillwater Lake, Carl Blackwell had a lot of damage, and they camped there during the summer months, just kind of on the weekends or something. There we go, that's mixing up. Let's let that heat up. I've got that turned up a little bit. Let's come back over here. Sorry guys, I'm not good at videoing. I'm gonna set that aside. I got this taken care of. So here I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take this clean cloth, because all I did was just dry my hands after I washed them. And I'm going to dry out my little KitchenAid here. I'm going to add just a little bit of baking powder. I'm using baking powder. I'm going to use a little bit of flaxseed meal, because it'll kind of give it a little bit of body to the chocolate, and it's healthy. It is super healthy. Put that in there. Okay, and this is gluten-free too. This is flaxseed meal. And I get this from Trader Joe's. Once you open it, you put it in the refrigerator. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the applesauce ready, because in lieu of eggs, you can do applesauce. And I actually did it before I was vegan. It's amazing. You can use applesauce in lieu of eggs. There's also, oh, I forgot one other thing. Sorry, y'all. I was supposed to have everything out, and I knew I'd forget something. But I also otherwise it wouldn't be a video for me. All right, let me find it here. Okay. So this is a really good brand. Forge. It's a sour cream. It's a vegan. It's really actually good, and I use it in. My friend actually got it and brought it over here for that wonderful Mexican meal that she made. Those are so delicious. Anyhow, back to what I was talking about. I'm gonna put that in there along with the applesauce. Mix that up. That'll give it the texture and flavor. There's not a lot of ingredients in here. Just a little bit of oat milk. Boiling the cocoa powder as soon as that's done. And another thing, you don't have to temper it. You don't have to temper this stuff. You can just add it all together. And it's amazing. So I'm gonna let that cook real quick. It should be starting to boil here really quick. Let me turn it up a little bit more. I don't want to burn it. So I got the flaxseed meal in there, the baking powder, and sorry, I dropped this on the counter, and I kept it in a Ziploc bag, so I keep this stuff in the fridge, so it kind of got all over the bag. A little bit messy, but it seems like that's what happens these days. I get in a hurry and just throw stuff in there. So I'm assuming this is probably around a half cup. I'm going to do, and I do not precisely measure, as you all know. You've seen my videos before. I'm making a little bit of a mess. I think probably around 4 of those would be well, I should do a little bit more because, oh, that's boiling. Let's not let that run over. Turn that off. That's good and boiling now. So that's ready to get in here. I'm just going to mix the dry ingredients. I'm going to add another cup because the pan that I'm going to bake it in is pretty good size here. We got a lot of wind damage and there's stuff scattered everywhere. And I thought I got everything picked up to the best of my ability that I thought would blow. Well, things that I didn't think would blow, blew. And it's quite the mess. Quite the mess. But if you're thinking about a new roof, go with the Hurricane Shake roofing. We don't have any shingles on the ground. It's supposed to withstand, I think, up to 300 mile per hour winds, if I understood that right. It's a heavy gauge metal roofing. It's beautiful and it withholds good in these storms. All right, I've got all that done, so I'm going to hook up the paddle to the KitchenAid and mix up the dry ingredients so that I can put in there the wet ingredients. Let me grab a spoon. No, I don't need a spoon. I need to use my hand. Kind of aerates it, makes it dusty. So I'm going to turn that down and I'm going to go ahead and add all of this. I would say that's precisely a cup, maybe a little bit more. Okay, let's go ahead and turn that off. You can use a vegan yogurt. I guess some vegan butter if you wanted to make like a buttery pound type cake. There's all different kinds of recipes. I don't normally do recipes. I kind of have a baseline knowledge of what's typically in a recipe. And I just kind of throw things together and then either enjoy it or learn from my mistakes and try something else the next time. And we're going to add just a smidge of applesauce. That's not going to go in there. I thought it would. Let's just pull out the skinnier spatula. We use the skinny side here. Not spatula, but, oh, what do you call these things? Little, I can't even think of the name of these. I'm getting old, y'all. Okay, so I used about that much of it. I'm gonna go ahead and mix that up. I normally get the Trader Joe's, but I haven't been up to the city in a while, and we haven't been to Trader Joe's in a long time. Pour that in. Does that mix up really good? I'm not using any sugar. You could probably add some vanilla, and that would make it taste pretty good. I'm going to add just a scoop of cinnamon. It's got flour all over me. It's a little bit chilly out there, so a t-shirt wasn't going to work to go work outside today. Oh, that smells really good. I like cinnamon and chocolate together. They pair very well. Set that all aside. Put these back so I didn't end up using them. And we'll put it in this baking dish here. It's looking pretty good. Okay, so I'm not real big on flour, the floury taste. To me, this still smells like it's going to taste a lot of flour instead of the main ingredients. I am going to go ahead and add a little bit more flax meal, and I think I'm going to go ahead and add some vanilla as well, because I don't quite think I'm going to like the flavor of that. And I'm trying to think of what else I can add that would give it, because it's just still, a lot of those gluten-free flours they don't taste that great. And that brand, Flour for Flour, it's pretty good. It's a multi-purpose, but I probably should have used a little bit of almond meal. Would give it a more of a chocolatey type flavor as well. If I had some vegan butters, add some vegan butter would probably help it as well. I might just go ahead and just roll with it the way it is, because this is how you learn whether you're going to like something or not. It's trial and error. I used to cater candy and decorate cakes, and I've catered before, so how I do things, I design my own recipes and such, and this is off the cuff, just throwing stuff together to see if I like it. Okay, I can smell more cinnamon now. Let me get me this out of here, kind of clean it up with this spatula here, or paddle, whatever you call this thing. What is the name of this? I cannot think, y'all. It's kind of a sticky type dough. It's like not thick like a regular bread, you know. And I'm wondering if I should, just gonna mix probably around the bottom where the paddle doesn't reach. Just kind of turn it a little bit, because I don't like to really whisk up things too much. There we go. What do y'all think? Does that look good or what? Be like a light chocolate. I guess if I had some dark chocolate, which I already used the dark chocolate, and if I would have melted some dark chocolate and poured that through, ooh, I bet that would be amazing. These are stoneware, so I think I won't have to, you know what I'll do instead of using oil, guys? I'll just throw in some parchment paper. And that way I can just lift it out. May not look great and all, and I didn't cut it to size and all that, so, oh well. I think these days, my fancy days are over. I just have to be more practical due to time constraints. All right, let's throw this in here. This might be good in the morning with some coffee. And I'm going to slow cook it, or slow bake it. I might convection bake it. So I think that would cook it evenly. It's sticking in here, so it's hard to get out. Sometimes cooking needs two people. I think this parchment may have been a bad idea because it's falling down in this down here. It's always when I'm doing a video. Okay, then I'll pat that down. Dishes later. Okay. I think I got more at this end than I did the other end, but what we can do, so I don't break my dish, is kind of tamp it down because it's a little bit of a thick batter. And luckily, still I have this. So I'm going to just push some of it down here. May not look good, but you know, it may not taste good. It may not be the recipe that I like, but we're just gonna try it. We're gonna try it and see. It's too bad y'all can't taste test it for me and tell me if it's bad or good. Then I'll know never to make it again. But I was thinking, I wanted the simplest ingredients that I had on hand, and this is what I had on hand. I didn't want to have to go to the store, get a bunch of ingredients and all that. So here we go. I will come back when it's done. I've got to go outside and do work. A lot of cleanup on the farm. So we'll talk to you later. Hey guys, it's Wendy Hardnack, and I am back with the results of my pound cake. And I'm gonna tell you, I have only baked in this oven, I think 5 times since we've got it, and it has convection. And I kept coming in and checking on it, like I would do the little tests with the knife and everything. And it was still doughy on the inside. Well, it just caked the outside, kind of was too crusty. Let me show y'all. And I ended up having to, look at that. That is hard as a rock. So I cut around all the crust, like, you know, like you would do when you were a kid. And so the inner part of it is good. I did taste it, and it's actually pretty good. I think it would be really good. It's still a little sticky, so it probably needed to cook longer, but since I tested it and I couldn't get the knife in the last time, I think maybe I should just bake it without the convection and just slow cook it. But really wet type breads like that are a little difficult, and especially when you're using gluten-free flour. So what I think I'll do is I'll package it up, and I will have it with my coffee in the morning, and I will dip it in my coffee. I think it would be like a good coffee type cake, a coffee chocolate pound cake. But anyway, this is all vegan, and it's delicious. I mean, it doesn't taste bad at all. And I think that's what I'll do. I'll have it in the morning with my coffee, and I'll just go ahead and cut the rest of the loaf. Just cut all the crust off, and we'll just eat the center part. All right, well, go check out everybody in the playlist. I will leave the link. And thank you so much, Sheri, for inviting me to join the collab. I am so sorry I'm so darn busy and that I didn't really just go all out. But it is really difficult to make gluten-free breads that actually taste good. I'm still trying to master that one. If you guys who are vegan and you know how to do the gluten-free bread, or just gluten-free bread that's delicious, please share that recipe with me and let me know. All right, y'all, it's Wendy at Hardneck Farms, and not a total fail. I can just eat it in the morning with coffee and do like you would when you were a kid. All right, take care.